first of all, you have lots and lots of greetings from Latvian children.
Oh, that's great.
In Latvia, who are fans of your books.
That's great.
And also from their parents, especially the boys' parents, who are so happy because their kids are reading now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to hear.
So thank you for that.
Sure.
And we have a question from Latvian kids.
Great.
Who would like to ask you a few questions. So there's Rota, 12 years old, and she would like to know, why did you think of to write about Greg, this boy who has got a very sharp mind, but isn't appreciated?
That's interesting. I'd never heard Greg described in that fashion before. I went to write about a kid who seemed ordinary. I think a lot of kids can relate to Greg because they see themselves in him. You know, Greg's not a hero, and he's not perfect, he's not the best looking, he's not the most athletic, but he's normal, and I think that a lot of people can appreciate that Greg is somebody like them.
Yes, Martis Kārlis, 9 years old. What from everything you've written in these books is something you've done yourself in your childhood?
Oh boy, let me see, I can look.
Latvian edition?
I can open, yes, in one of these. Let me find a good one. Yes, I used to do this. I'll find a picture right here. I used to wear my mother's robe, just like Greg does here. And I also used to lie on top of the heater vent to keep myself warm. Let me see if I can find a picture of that. It was really cold in the morning when I was growing up, and so what I would do is I would lie on top of the vent to keep myself warm, like this right here. And then what would happen is the heater would go off, and then you'd be freezing, you know, on this piece of cold metal. So a lot of the things that Greg does, I used to do as a kid.
It's here and there.
Yeah.
Signe, 13 years, she would like to know how long it takes for you to write a book.
It takes me about 9 months of really hard work to write one book. So it takes, you know, and I have a full-time job, so it's difficult to do both at once.
Emilia, 14 years, does name Greg has special significance in your life? Does it mean anything?
The name Greg does have special significance to me. My mother, she always said she wanted to have a boy and name him Greg, and so she never did. And so I figured that it would be nice to take that name and give it life by, you know, creating a character with that name.
Dmitri, 12 years old. Which from the movies that have been made you like the best, and which one and why?
I think I liked the first movie the best because what it did was it made you care about Greg and his best friend, and you sort of felt something for their relationship, for their friendship. And that's something I don't do well in my books. I don't make you feel something. So the movies make you feel.
No, I think books do make you feel.
Yeah, oh, my books don't. I wish they did.
Martin, 10 years old. How did you get idea about writing a book?
I never wanted to be an author, and I didn't want to be a children's author. I wanted to be a newspaper cartoonist. So my favorite cartoons growing up were the Carl Barks, Donald Duck, and Uncle Scrooge comic books. Those are my very favorite, and so I always wanted to be a cartoonist for newspapers. But nobody liked my work, so I decided to go at it a different way and ended up in books.
Well, we're very happy you did.
Thank you.
Then Elmar's 11 years old. What were or are your favorite comics heroes, characters?
My favorite comics characters are the Donald Duck and Uncle Scrooge characters from the 1940s, 50s, 60s.
Okay.
And I also like Calvin and Hobbes growing up. I like The Far Side, Gary Larson. I'm not sure if it came overseas, but those, and I always like Peanuts, Charlie Brown and Snoopy and those characters.
And Victor's 13 years. Can we expect continuation, a sequel?
Yes, I plan on writing more books. the sixth book is coming out, or the seventh book, I'm sorry, is coming out soon. Have you published Cabin Fever, this one yet?
The sixth one we are publishing now.
You're publishing that now, okay. So I'm writing the next one now, and that will come out in the United States in November.
Thank you very much.
Thank
now
you.
We have some
Great question.
more serious questions about.
Okay.
Do you have anything to say to Latvian children? Maybe you want to visit us to see your Latvian fans.
I would love to visit my Latvian fans. I'm very shocked that my books have worked overseas. I thought that they were too American. And so I've been very, it's great to know that Greg is kind of a universal kid, that he's an ordinary kid, you know, across the world. So I would love to visit your region and meet the Latvian fans.